In 2023, a former Japanese banker who left her career and spent months studying the game obsessively arrived in Las Vegas to do something nobody expected: dominate one of the most important tournaments at the World Series of Poker without talking, without putting on a show, without seeking attention, just cold decisions, incredible reads, and a way of playing that seemed designed to find the correct answer in every situation. The result: 3 consecutive final tables, back-to-back bracelets, the largest prize in the latest championship history. Nobody had pulled off a streak like that at the WSOP in 48 years. This is the story of Shiina Okamoto, the woman who turned poker into an equation. Before becoming a world champion, Shiina Okamoto wasn't a poker professional. She was a banker, someone used to working with numbers, probabilities, and analysis. But when her company began a restructuring, she got an opportunity that will completely change her life. She could have followed the traditional path, look for another job, and continue her career. But she decided to do something that seemed crazy to many. She dropped everything, and for 6 months did just one thing: study poker. But there was a problem. In Japan, gambling online is illegal, so racking up hand volume the way most players do simply wasn't an option. Instead, she formed a study group with friends, meeting twice a week, running hands through GTO Wizard, analyzing the differences between theoretically correct play and how real players behave at the table. Her first significant live result came in the summer of 2022, a top 10 finish in a 2,100 euros event at the EPT Barcelona. Not a win, but a sign. Up to that point, nobody knew her name yet. A year later, they wouldn't forget it. At the WSOP 2023, Okamoto cashed in 5 different events, including the main event, but the ladies' championship is where the story really began. She navigated a field of 1,295 players, all the way to the heads-up, against an opponent who had been running hot the whole way, and then came the final hand of the day.
Okamoto just with a pair of 5s, does have some backdoor draws. Wow, makes the call, committing a sizable portion of her chips here. We're going to see a very, very important turn card here.
This might be it.
Abraham in a commanding chip position and with a commanding hand. And to add injury to insult, she picks up a flush draw to go along with it. Abraham now checks, setting the trap potentially for Okamoto to make another misstep.
Definitely how she's been approaching.
Oh, she moves all in. Wow, the call is made, and Okamoto's tournament life is on the line, and she is down to just 4 outs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 1 card away.
Tamara Abraham won the bracelet. Okamoto took home $118,000. And then she changed her social media bio to a silver medal for 2nd place. Not as a joke, but as a reminder. The following year, she came back to Las Vegas in 2024 with the goal of turning it into gold. The 2024 Ladies Championship drew 1,245 entrants. Okamoto once again fought through a massive field and reached the final stretch with 3 players at the table, with a bracelet on the line, and with only one rival between her and heads up. She found herself looking at exactly the kind of hand this moment will call for.
Oh my, Okamoto with kings! And look, she's even surprised, I think. There's a little change in her demeanor immediately upon looking at those kings.
Well, this is shocking. You get an open and you get a 3-bet 3-handed for a bracelet and you look at kings?
Thank you very much.
And she's all in.
She is all in, and she's going to get called. And she does. Lau at risk, looking at queens, but she sees the Cowboys fall in front of Okamoto.
Ace-9. It's kings versus queens. That was like very close to being a rigged looking hand.
And we could be heads up in just a moment. Wow, on the rail. Her queens need to improve. Okamoto with a chance to be heads up once again in back-to-back years.
Yeah. Dude, if I just like the shorter stack.
It is a ladies' event. Can't you hit another lady?
Oh, a king of the kitchen for Okamoto. Lau needs running queens.
Hearts. She does have the heart.
This is insane. I'm getting like happy tears. Like I'm trying not to be like a little. I'm so happy.
Running hearts, as you mentioned, Jen. It is a tray, and it is over. A monster hand just when Cici Lau was just finding her stride, getting chips here and there, and her queens going down to the pocket kings of Shiina Okamoto to get us heads up.
Just like that, she was heads up against Jamie Kerstetter, one of the most experienced players in the tournament. Okamoto was behind in chips, nearly 2-1. The last time she'd been in the spot in this tournament, she had lost, but she didn't rush. She closely observed her opponent's patterns and methodically clawed back until she found the hand that will flip the match, where her opponent leveled herself and ended up falling right into it.
Just burn so much energy through this intense mental action.
Okamoto.
Ooh, look at that, Jamie, open-ended.
Yep.
Too big.
Reduces the head. Jamie. Bets. Okamoto calls.
Oh,
Another deuce. So Jamie's going to have to hit that straight.
that's right. That took out all her 10 and 8 outs. But on the other hand, if she does hit a straight, she's going to get a lot of value because Okamoto now has the trips. So good news, bad news for Jamie.
And I'm sure, even though we're seeing the card distribution favoring Okamoto at this point, Jamie is picking up tendencies of Okamoto if she's betting always with the best hand. That, even without help from her rail, as Jamie misses on the end.
And things just get better and better for Okamoto.
Yeah.
She boats up. Yeah, she's going to bat. And it's not going to work.
$1.5 million.
1.5 lead.
But of course, we can see the cards, so.
Nice.
There is the raise into the full house of Okamoto.
Yes, 10 high.
Okamoto with the biggest pot, heads up against Jamie Kerstetter, and she will now take the...
From that point on, Okamoto stayed in control all the way to the final hand. She had left her 9-to-5 job to play poker full-time, and that was exactly the hand she held at the end, 9-5. With 2 pair on the turn and only 1 card to come, she was waiting for the river to prove that she made the right decision with her life.
Okamoto's a champion. The river card is a deuce of hearts, and that will do it.
You did awesome. Thank you.
The dream is over for Jamie Kerstetter. The dream is realized for Shiina Okamoto.
Shiina Okamoto became the first Japanese woman to win a WSOP bracelet, runner-up in 2023, champion in 2024. But what happened in 2025 is something that will defy all the odds. The following year, Okamoto wasted no time and registered for the 2025 Ladies Championship the moment registration opened. What awaited her was a field of 1,368 players, a record entry number. Many of them had already watched her final tables live over the previous 2 years and had the chance to study how she plays, something that in theory could turn into a disadvantage, but Shiina turned it into her weapon. Before the final table began, she told PokerOrg this: "Now a lot of the players know me, and I know what they think of me. I can use that to exploit them." And the 2025 final table started exactly as she would have expected. The first hand of the televised final table was a statement. Okamoto, sitting with the most chips at the table, faced a decision that most players in her position will simply avoid. A multi-way pot, facing a bet that could cost her the chip lead.
4 ways to the flop. It is certainly scary. You're looking for something strong, but Okamoto at the same time might feel good if it checks around.
This might
All right,
check around.
let's do it. See another one.
Another 7.
Bring in a second flush draw.
A lot of red cards being held in the hole by the women. I get us gonna take a shot at it on the paired board.
270.
Flushing this out there too.
Looking for that 8. There's only 2 left, but she doesn't know that.
Ace King. It's just a drawing hand. Into the muck. Pocket 8s. Now a different story for the chip leader. And with the best hand, Okamoto comes along as Heather Alcorn folds. So we're heads up going to the river. Pocket 8s against the 10-9.
double pairs the board on the river. Okamoto, what I've heard is that she's a tremendous player and she's not afraid to make a big call down or a big fold, big bluff on this stage. Helps that she's been here 2 times before. Meanwhile, Hegedus, also very brave, said that she came here to win. It's possible if she had one of the baby aces, she would just check here, thinking that it would be chopped up, and she does make the call.
She does make the call. Very nice call from Shiina Okamoto as she pushes her chip lead even further.
She extended her lead. However, after playing almost flawlessly through the entire final table, on the very next hand, Veronica, a patient player who had been watching her every move, was about to spring a trap that would leave Shiina speechless, while taking a big hit to her stack.
5 betting, she's gonna act a little suspicious here. 325 with trip aces.
325, really big bet into a pot of 500K. Yeah, I mean, I think actually a queen high would call a smaller bet.
Strength, yeah. Oh, Okamoto.
But hey, she's calling the big bet too. So
going with her read.
For sure, it makes a lot of sense what she's doing. Certainly in theory.
So Veronica handing the coil of rope to Okamoto, who's drawing dead now. We're going to glance at her stack. Oftentimes that precedes a reaching for the chips and a bet. 325. Another
Nice,
small bet.
nice check by Veronica. I love it. Very sneaky. She knows Okamoto's going to come after her.
Do you call here? Just call?
Yeah, I think she's going to just call.
But she'll go for the raise.
Did she know it's a call?
Oh, it is call.
She did go
Sorry.
for a call.
Yep.
I mean, that's the
The
thing
green
about
was 25.
when you're playing out of position, it can be tough when you have a value hand. Because if you check raise, they might fold. And if you check call and you check the river, they might check back. So, you got to kind of figure out which one is more risky.
So 5 blanks on the board for Okamoto and a sneaky check again by Sonia Veronica.
Yeah, well, I think after check calling the turn, this was her plan. Check and see if Okamoto will fire in the river, put that pressure on her. Of course, as we see the cards, we know it would be a disastrous move. But
Well, you have to wonder, I mean, does Okamoto feel...
she did it. She went
Oh
all
my
in.
goodness gracious.
She went all in, and Veronica is going to snap.
Yeah.
Because this was her plan.
Oh, and what?
That kind of blow is enough to put some players on tilt, but Okamoto showed no sign of this. On the next big pot she played, the river brought something nobody at the table expected, and by the time the betting was done, the tension between these 2 players still hadn't been resolved.
Okamoto, likewise, to win, checked around.
Yeah, a nice looking 2 pair here.
3rd diamond hits the board. As you see, win with the only diamond in the hole. Veronica betting with the best of it. 2 pair for Sonia Veronica on the flop. Okamoto sees just 1 overcard. So she'll come along with the jacks. Win does fold. Okamoto looking for the board to pair or a set of jacks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that river. Oh, and they say you can't win with jacks. But our reigning champion sure can.
Oh, my goodness. So Veronica down to $1.2 million in her stack. Puts out just 200,000 into $1.1 million.
Okamoto actually, I think she goes all in. Yes, this tiny bet. She's like, I need value with that set of jacks, and Veronica kind of opened the door to this with this teeny weeny bet. A diamond in her hand. Okamoto might try to turn this into a bluff. Of course, she does have the trip jacks, but she folds.
And she folded her 2 pair.
From that moment on, what followed was a nearly flawless final table performance. The shorter stacks started reshoving over Shiina's races, and she kept making profitable decisions with her massive stack. The results were the same, 2 eliminations in a row, cutting the field down to just 4 players. And then, the most shocking hand of the tournament so far was about to be dealt. Steph Harper had been one of the toughest opponents of the day. Discipline, control, no significant mistakes. In the small blind, she found one of the best hands she could ask for at this stage of the tournament, Ace-King. Okamoto called her raise from the big blind with a 7-4 suited. 4 streets later, close to 10 million chips had gone into the pot, and one of these two players had no idea what she was up against.
Okamoto is going to stick around. She is a non-believer.
Yeah, she's got position. It's hard to get her to fold any suited cards unless you raise like some incredible amount.
Ace-King against a 7-4. There's a 4 and an ace out there.
Okamoto not drawing very live, but she does have that 4, so she's definitely going to call.
250. 250?
She's definitely not going to back down right away. Any piece of it.
A welcoming size wager. Okamoto could sneeze and make the call. Chips that fall off.
That is true.
Turn card. Oh, wow.
What an
A
action
7
card.
and a spade. Okamoto with 2 pair. Hagberg suddenly behind, but with the nut flush draw. Redraw to the better 2 pair.
That's right, or another ace. She's got a lot of outs in the river,
Another 3, another...
obviously she has no idea. This is just a completely random hand. 7-4 suited. I mean, her hand looks absolutely monstrous, does Hagberg's.
Find out her sizing now into a pot of 1.3.
425. Her reigning champion Okamoto has turned 2 pair. Yeah, I thought that this was what she was planning when she checked, because just this ace-king suited blind versus blind with the draw to the nuts is just so strong. She was not checking to check call. Raises it to 1.2 million, and Okamoto cannot go anywhere.
Okamoto just with the call. 7s and 4s susceptible to a lot of danger, particularly with what we know Steph has going to the river. Now the all-important river card, the Jack of Diamonds. A total blank for Steph Hagberg, and she has to commit more chips the way everything's played out. The hand that she has.
Yeah,
Nervous rail for Steph.
3.
Monster bet into 3.7 million, and there is the call of 3 million by Okamoto, and she takes that huge pot. The biggest of the tournament goes right through the second place player, and suddenly Shiina Okamoto has almost 18 million chips.
Nearly 18 million chips, with just a 7-4 suited. Now, you might think she was simply running hot and outdrawing her opponents in every all-in, but she had more tricks up her sleeve, and with only 3 players left, she started cranking up the aggression completely.
And a tray for Okamoto.
So all 3 would have hit that flop had they been in the pot.
Oh, good point. Yeah, there's that ace deuce. So.
Alcorn with the best of it. Calls for 160. Middle pair. Alcorn still good. More equity for Okamoto.
Exactly half pot here by Alcorn. 400k into 800k, making a pot of 1.2 million. Will Okamoto call this? We know she's sticky. She does not like to fold. There's a mathematical concept in poker called minimum defense frequency. And generally it states that if you fold too often, you're going to get run over. That's basically what it means.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, minimum defense frequency. I was completely off on that. More like, let's turn this tree into a bluff. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. You will often see these aggressive plays of chicken. Like, I don't think you have an ace. What are you going to do? But the only thing is, Alcorn, she also is very sticky. She does not like to get bullied. That's it. I did see a little wince there on her face. And I noticed that when she does make that wince, sometimes I think she doesn't feel like she can proceed with the hand because her opponent has noticed.
She gives it
You
up.
know what
The
I mean?
pressure on the short stack was too much.
With 3 players left, Steph was still standing and still dangerous. Shiina Okamoto got into a blind versus blind war. Nothing in the early action suggested what was coming on the turn, where Steph cracked and made one of the biggest mistakes of the final table, overvaluing her hand and putting herself at risk with a marginal holding.
And the
Well,
gut
middle,
shot.
yeah, middle pair plus the gut shot, exactly. And Okamoto.
Middle pair, yep, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, definitely 2 really good-looking hands. Heads up. You know, sometimes you don't get anything when you're blind versus blind here.
Okamoto willing to go with her draw, 800,000.
Yeah, a little over half pot here from Okamoto, and Hagberg, of course, is not going to go anywhere.
There you go. Turn card. Ooh, wow.
2 pair for Hagberg, but a flush for
that
Okamoto.
didn't just happen, did it?
But okay,
Checks for 2
you know,
pair.
I mean, on the other hand, like an 8 makes a straight also. So your 2 pair isn't looking as exciting as it normally would. But she's certainly going to lose some chips here, I'd say.
Okamoto, stack of those 100K chips. Maybe not a full stack. Now looking at her stack.
And Okamoto planning ahead is thinking about the river and setting up that jam on the river. That is kind of what she's thinking about here when she makes it this size. She's hoping that Hagberg calls and then she'll
You've
have a
got 6
perfect
million in the
size.
middle with 5 million behind. Yeah.
4 million.
Wow. The check raise from Hagberg into the made flush of Okamoto.
Oh my God, she looks pain, Okamoto. She looks so upset. But it's
And
not
it's-
real.
yeah.
It's not real.
I mean-
it's just like a slight difference from her normal poker face.
I mean, what's the little thought bubble there? It's like, really?
Do you have no chip behind the green chip?
No.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. That's
Not
not
a
a
good
question.
question,
That's
not a
not
good
a question
question.
you want to hear. Uh-oh.
And Steph answered like, no. She knows the odds.
Sorry?
All in. Now, suddenly Hagberg, who had second place locked up almost, is in danger of losing her entire stack.
And you know this check raise, of course, she's now regretting.
Does she believe Okamoto now?
Yeah, I think so. 3-bet here in this type of situation.
Well, she's happy not to hear a snap call.
Oh yeah, she's thrilled. Good point. Her ranges are so wide. Her raising ranges are wide. Her betting ranges are wide. So you have 2 pair and you think it's good.
Heather Alcorn loving every second of this. And there is the call. Oh, my! Okamoto with the flush made on the turn. Hagberg now puts all of her chips into the middle with 4 outs. 1 card to come. Okamoto on the verge of a huge win, but it's not over. A 10 or a 9 on the end, and Hagberg doubles up into the chip lead. The river card. A 7 again, and that is it.
Heather Alcorn, the short stack who had been watching the other two players put everything in the middle, suddenly found herself in the heads-up against someone with a cheap lead that was nearly impossible to overcome. But Alcorn was no easy opponent. A WSOP circuit ring winner and a final table veteran, she had built her way there through control and patience over an entire day of play. She then managed to double up once during the heads-up, reducing the gap and keeping the dream alive. But despite of it all, the final hand felt inevitable.
Okamoto, pocket nines.
Nines.
Can she get a customer? Yes, she can. Alcorn with ace deuce, all in and call. Okamoto with a huge advantage with a pocket pair. That close to back-to-back bracelets in the ladies' event. Heather Alcorn on her feet once again, setting the cards just the way she likes them at the World Series final table that she has done for so many years.
Look at that bracelet up for grabs. Can the nines hold? And give her back-to-back bracelets, Okamoto.
Alcorn looking to keep it going. Finding an ace would be primo at this point, but nothing there. Pocket nines, as you see Heather tell the story.
Backdoor straight draws. Can she hit a juicy turn?
Okamoto calm as usual. The turn card comes out. It gets a little more interesting.
There are aces and queens now.
Alcorn with the draw. To the better straight on the end. It's the tray of clubs, and that will do it. Alcorn eliminated, and Shiina Okamoto loudly announces to the poker world, I am the queen of the felt with back-to-back bracelet wins.